Guten Tag.
Howdy. It does kind of suck not having the headphones on, dude.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, this is what radio's like, but I mean, even they had radio, they had headphones in the 40s.
Studios.
Almost certainly.
Yeah. I feel naked a little bit.
You feel naked without the headphones? Yeah, I feel like I don't have an iPad glued to my face right now. I feel
like an 8-year-old kid.
I feel so weird.
My headphones.
I'm kind of like your phone.
This episode is brought to you by Budweiser.
And Bud Light. And Red Bull. All three.
Bush.
We've got all three.
Probably brewed.
This podcast is the equivalent of like Shane Gillis doing one of those loop-de-loops on a skateboard. Like that you do in like a tunnel. Mm-hmm. That's what this podcast is, but it's Shane Gillis on the skateboard.
Like Tony Hawk.
Yeah. He's got like DC shoes on. He's like got like makeup on.
What was the other brand? Not DC Audios.
Audios for skateboards?
Not Audios.
Birdhouse. Element.
Audios. Element was a board.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I thought we were talking about boards.
And then they had Osiris's.
Oh, you're talking about shoes. Yeah, I see.
Oh, we're talking about boards. Yeah.
No, we should. Yeah, no, we should talk about. I forgot we were talking about shoes.
I don't even know why we're talking about skateboarding. Oh yeah, Shane Gillis. Did you skateboard?
I hate that I don't have headphones on. I feel retarded. I'm getting really mad. I don't think these hats are worth the bid. I need headphones on. It's so weird that I want to wear this like doing stand up because I feel like you can tap into different shit based on what you have on your head, like an aura.
Well, it's appearance, man. That's why you play characters. Like,
dude, I mean,
Heath Ledger. You couldn't play. I mean, he's the Joker dressed up for the Joker like a reason. You know, you're in that. You're in that world of mindset. I don't know what mindset. You kind of look like Indiana Jones. You look like you're doing like you're going out into the woods and collecting mushrooms.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to like a stockyard.
Yeah, you look like you're about to like practice riding a bull.
Yeah, minus the slippers, but I feel pretty Texan right now.
Yeah, it's the dark pants.
You look like a Seattle, like you came from like the woods of Seattle and like just ate like 4
with that bunch of mushrooms,
unidentified mushrooms.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
It is cool. Yeah, kind of Indiana Jones though too, but
yeah, dude. I mean, I like Indiana Jones.
They're good. The first couple,
they're fine. We don't need to talk about Indiana Jones. That was just a cop out.
Yeah, hang on, check the level. It is kind of rough without the headphones.
Yeah, I feel like I actually have to like talk to you. And it's not being like zapped into my brain, your words.
Yeah.
I have to
actually look at each other.
Yeah, we're probably not even going to look at that much. I mean, because I want to look at you more because I don't have the headphones on being zapped in my brain like
it's different.
Some kind of crazy stuff. Okay. Yeah.
Well, we can, hang on.
Sorry. Hi, mister.
I don't know. Maybe we can still wear the headphones.
Nah, dude, we should commit. We're just going to commit to this. We're going to commit to the...
Come here, Harry. Go on. Go potty. Come on. Yeah, I mean, these guys didn't wear headphones shooting this, so...
It's a lot different. Yeah, they didn't need headphones. They were tapped into their reality that was actually around them, not the other world, the online world.
Well, it's like the scene. Why you just notice that in the script when I'm like, they're oblivious to the outside world. That's like that glass, but it's a clear piece of glass too, so it's almost like it's
seamless.
See-through. Yeah, but it's there, you know.
Subtle. That's one of the system's neatest tricks.
What, having it
according to Ted Kaczynski. Yeah, the way it. Yeah, you don't even notice. You don't even notice.
Well, it's like there's that one scene in they had a documentary for the TED. When he got like Ted Kaczynski and the lead detective, he's talking. It's like playing in his head some of the manifesto about technology and things, and he's sitting at a red light at a 4-way intersection, and there's nobody around, but he's still sitting there, stopped, just because the red light, you know. So it's just kind of proving in that little point right there that technology is controlling you when there's nobody around.
I was talking about speed limits. I mean, I was talking about speed limit signs. Very odd. It's all authoritarian.
Yeah. But the technology of the light is what's stopping him. You kind of get the idea.
The brightness, yeah, sure.
That red, but it could be green, it could be but it's still technology holding him.
Sure, accountable.
There's nothing else around, yeah. So it's like, even in our free, because he was the only person around for miles.
Really hard to like.
And he still adhered to it. It was just like a subtle point being proved. You want to get in this, Dad, or you keep coming out here? Oh, nice. No, you can't make you.
No.
Look at Harrison's all concerned. Tombstone, classic. Val Kilmer.
R.I.P. Still can.
Yeah, you still can, Dad. It's a nice little setup there. Mexicans and white people, you know? Not like and white people.
Well, we're we're not even 6 minutes in, dude. Jesus,
We should say like 20 times this episode and just beep it all out every time.
Did I say? I said nigger at. I said nigger. See, I tiptoe the line between and nigger because it's like the do you like my shoes?
Or
is it? Because that's that fine line that like Mel Brooks will like. His characters will kind of tiptoe in Blazing Saddles or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's that slave driver where it's like it has that same ring that a rapper might have. It has that get to work.
Get to work.
It's the same thing. It's
what if instead of the slave owners back in the day, instead of being like,
yeah,
get to work, it's like,
hey,
my get to work.
So funny. What are these? It's like
shit.
There's something positive to doing work. Doing work is actually like going through a process and then achieving a goal. Where it's like modern day rap, it's like kill this, which there's no work in that. That's just dissent. That's just that's horrible.
Yeah, no morale, no real spiritual value in that. No.
Well, I mean,
nothing like working a hard day's work in a field though.
It hijacks spiritual value.
Yeah,
it's hijacked, and then the energy.
I think we should have kept the slaves because it would have gave them more purpose, right? Because now you got a shooting another instead. Like you said, you work 12 hours in a field, but you feel accomplished. At the
I
end
suppose
of the day.
That would depend what I'd wanted to accomplish.
Well, but what's being presented to be accomplished nowadays for the?
Well, for what I'd like to accomplish is make other people into.
I see.
Kind of
influence.
Like a system is meant to replicate itself in a way. Spreads more. You know what I'm saying, boy?
Yeah, 100%.
You understand?
100%. But is that only happening because the don't have?
What are you saying,
don't have proper work to do?
They don't have no real work. There is no real work to do. Boy, you ever heard of a surrogate activity?
I've heard of surrogates, like where like you put your semen in like another person.
Surrogate, it's kind of similar, but you kind of the way that you nurse a baby, you kind of nurse an idea.
Right.
You know what this idea? It's kind of like an idea of servitude.
I see.
So surrogate activities be like something to distract you, but that's still socially acceptable, like buying 15 packs of Pokemon cards and open them all.
That's not socially accepted.
It's pretty. I mean, maybe it's not socially acceptable, but collecting stamps or collecting something is a socially acceptable hobby,
respectable,
and it's something that consumes your time, and distracts you from whatever
real accomplishment.
Yeah,
because you're just
from Maya, brother. And to put it in Gnostic terms for you, brother, it distracts you from the Maya. That's the deceptive world.
How do we get from the fields, though, to Maya?
In the way a field is, field's not my...
Field is Maya, though.
You've perplexed me, son, with a question.
I can't answer for you, all right?
Let me think about it for a second. So, like for a field, you'd be operating under an agricultural cycle. That's an agrarian cycle, boy. That's not the fossil fuel industrial cycle,
boy. So it's a natural thing. So that's what I mean. We should have...
And what's so crazy about living more agricultural and self-sustaining?
That's what more people want nowadays. They're moving to that.
I'll tell you what people want. People want a centralized bank. They like centralized banks, boy.
They're not aware that we can decentralize the bank either.
We can. You ever heard of cryptocurrency?
Cryptocurrency, I'm well invested.
Are you you boy?
It's gonna
I
turn
know
around the
well
whole
invested.
economy.
Boy, I lost
Damn.
my damn house. I lost damn
know what?
mortgage on crypto.
5 years from
What I
now,
learned.
you could get another house.
What I learned losing $3,000. Ineffable what I learned.
Money comes and goes. That's how I look at it.
It do. It's
So
how it do. It
just
do.
goes and it comes and
Yes,
you see this?
sir.
You see this?
Don't. That's blasphemy. That's just about bullshit. It's not even the real thing, dude.
A guy gave it to me, man. A Mexican guy last night.
Mexican. Yeah, he just didn't want you to call the police. He's like, please, Jesus Christ.
He was like really because on the phone.
He's probably nervous. They're like, I guarantee you, he showed up like,
You scared me and Jacob.
Give these out. If you ever feel scared, just hand this. It's like a cross to vampires.
To white people.
It's a cross to vampires.
He helped us. We helped him. I mean,
I'm sure you did. You have to get the translator out on the zebra.
No. He was respectable. Old man, barely could walk.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Not Mexican.
of Latino descent.
Mexican.
He spoke
You Mexican.
Spanglish,
Okay.
but
I had some Chinese people that spoke really good English, and they kept today they kept moving in and out of English and Chinese. I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
go hear something funny. This woman,
Yeah.
I was kind of already, I don't know, I was tired. It was like near the end of the shift yesterday. She's like, "Where's the? You have any sauce? Where's this?" I think it's an Asian woman. She's like, "You have the sauce? Where's the sauce?" I'm like, "Yep, right over here." Because I was already walking by the grill. I was like,
Sauce.
I turn around. I'm like, "Prego," and I just left and walked away.
she said, "Pray."
I said, "Prego."
Prego.
She's like, "You don't have any pasta sauce?" I'm like, "Prego," and I just like left away and walked away. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's awesome, dude.
Like a dick. Yeah, just completely. I don't know.
Dude,
there comes sometimes when you just kind of like out of it.
Man,
just like,
I was
whatever.
resigned today. Dude, I mean, just
It happened.
typical 50-plus-year-old, 55-plus-year-old at the kiosk.
Just that kind of stuff.
I've printed pictures here for years, and they always help me and enter these coupon codes so that I can get 2 8x10s for $4 instead of $8. Because my mother with OCPD is like dying and wants me to print these, and
they always have to-
I have no real autonomy in my life other than to like drive and do things for people. I'm equipped to do tasks, but I'm not equipped to just be a person. I can do jobs for people, but I don't know how to just
Your own
be.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to have a purpose other than to accomplish
Other people's
tasks.
purpose. That was,
God. I'm spitting a lot at you. Apparently I've had a lot like fermenting that I didn't get out at the open mic.
Well, that's well, yeah, man. That's like what you were just saying with my script. I'm creating my own worldview there,
You're Prolegomena then.
and that's like, and that's rare. It shouldn't be though. Why is it rare?
Because you need the phenomenal authorization from the authority to be able to have I mean, maybe that's
I'm
a
just
different
saying that
thing.
goes to the task though.
different
Like
thing.
some people are only programmed just to do tasks, whereas like,
I think I keep.
why are there task makers?
Yeah.
And then there's task doers. You know what I kind of mean by that? That's just our spirits.
Mhm.
Some people are here just to like get
Well, some people are abducted by the body
or the automatic system. Yeah.
because there's the human spirit, and that's a whole person in itself, and then there's this body that
the
we're
body, the
tethered
machine thing. We're kind of
It's a separate thing.
Yeah.
See, the body is
Body
just-
has its own intelligence. Yeah.
The body is just like the phone. It is like material matter, whereas like thought and intelligence and intellect, that's all. I mean, I'm not even talking to the mic, fucking. But that's all separate. But that's like a human. That's a structure
They're like kind of
that we've built outside of this somatic body.
Well, it kind of goes to that line in Oppenheimer. He's like, "Do you hear the music? Are you listening? Are you receiving?" And to me, I kind of take it as like, "Are you receiving to the thoughts that are around?" You know,
Or are you tapped? Are you like?
or are you hearing it? Are you actually like literally listening? You know, are you just kind of passively going through it, or are you?
Propaganda is just like very nice music
Receiving.
that you're just receiving in, and
Yeah.
then this nice music is always playing, and that's not actually base rate. It's actually slightly
Yeah.
above where we're at. It's very lulling, like a lullaby.
What? Just like everything that's around.
Yeah, just propaganda.
Yeah.
Just
Well, it's like a slow IV drip, you know. and you forget that it's even like a propaganda. You know what I mean? It's just kind of steadily all around, constantly.
I'd even say I'm using propaganda as like a what's the word? What is it? What's the word when another word is the same meaning?
Metaphor?
A metaphor? No.
I mean,
I was gonna say that propaganda is like Maya, right? Maya is propaganda in itself. It's a big, big show.
I mean, that's like religion.
I'm misusing a political term.
Any way that can like alter the way to create mass thinking. So, like for people to believe in Maya or like to believe in things, you all have to like believe in the same thing. Mm-hmm. Whereas like what we were talking about, like creating your own worldview, you kind of you believe your own thing. So I guess the real question was like when I said task doers or task makers, it's like why is it rare to believe your own thing rather than just believing what's presented or already known?
Because I guess the brainwashing mechanism is so pervasive in technological society that it's impossible to really.
I mean, this kind of goes to what I was saying a couple days ago, where it's like, you know, in America you have these rights. But then the idea that you even had the rights become decayed. Like the idea you have freedom of speech, people don't even want to speak anymore. Like the internal thing to want to have a freedom to talk is gone. The right to bear arms is gone. Like, so you don't even have to strip these away. It's just naturally kind of deprogrammed through whatever, you know, what you were kind of saying, Maya. Yeah, you know, like whatever's all encompassing. But like that really stuck with me. Like the want to not even talk or to express yourself or to have speech. You know, people take it for granted, truly. But then that's what I mean. When they're already taking it for granted, they've already submitted, you know?
Because people can talk, obviously, but then it's like...
when you're really talking.
Speaking is a profound act that people haven't...
It's an innate...
Speaking in language... Language is different, just guttering. I mean, we've had uttering stuff and then like looking at it, telepathic language, just like simply on eyesight and stuff. That's existed.
Yeah, body language, you know.
I mean, we're all fucking wizards now. If you can speak language, you're a wizard, essentially.
Yeah.
If you, I mean, you have all these and then rituals and ceremonies that you...
Real quick, you think about the internet and how everyone's, instead of speaking, they're commenting. Or they're reading way more than
they're regurgitating news. Everybody's an aggregate for news or whatever shit they're tapped into.
The innate thing that's in our spirits to communicate and express ourselves is getting forgotten or blocked, and I think that's by design.
Yeah.
So you don't even realize you have the freedom of speech, so you don't fight back.
Yeah, and
it's all by design. Like
again, it's by design, and they use materialism.
Yeah.
To bind
what's
you
valuable
to make you think that you're bound to the. I mean, this video is going to get suppressed. to make you think that you're
that feather over there.
Do I keep losing it?
It's all right. I just don't want it to get like it's kind of old. Yeah, just leave it there. It's cool. They're all suppressed. What are you talking about? All these videos are, and we still get some nice numbers.
Well, it's just to make you think that you are this body and that there's not a human spirit beyond it that is only being forced into the body by...
Yeah, that's the thing too, real quick. That's why is physical pleasure always like the only thing that I don't say enacts a relationship, but like identify like people get worked up more so if like someone fucks someone out, like if you got cheated on physically. But what about people that have like a full on more intellectual, you know what I mean? Like a more intellectual, like emotional conversation, but they never fuck. But like the sex, like there's something about the physical act that's a little more jarring. But someone could be texting someone else this whole, you know what I mean? There's like a whole, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you put something in words,
that's prevalent too. But it just seems like in society, like physical cheating is such a bigger thing than emotional or maybe intellectually like connecting with someone other on a higher level, you know? It just goes back to like the monetary system again. Like that's what I mean. Like the physical, I'm paying for your bill, you know, like that type of thing is like more known, I guess, or widespread than like
rather
dreaming about someone else.
Okay.
While you're in a relationship. Kind of like Eyes Wide Shut. You know what I mean?
More than
psychosexual.
See, this is what I notice a lot in German cinema. I don't know if this will go along with it. Is those most women are in relationships for financial benefit or for it's financial benefit underlying
survival
power structures that are being operated by by men in inner circles that are part of secret societies. This is a little bit beyond. This might be a little more isolated, but this still exists or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's still.
I'm still in bounds.
Yeah. I see what you're kind of saying.
Yeah. But fuck, I've lost it. What were you even?
Well, I was just saying, like, why
have stopped.
The physical sense? Why is the physical? Why is it's always just more valuable? Like,
fuck.
The king's married to the queen. The queen's connected to the peasant because they have a deeper emotional connection.
Sure.
But the king's not gonna get upset unless she fucks him. But the king doesn't really give a shit that she's talking to him.
Yeah.
Type thing. You kind of know what I'm saying? Why is that so? Like, why is it like matter though when it comes physical?
So I guess what was I saying?
That's like, but that's when we were just going back. It connects to the idea that like the physical monetary value system is more important rather than like an intellectual or spiritually connected, like a more emotionally connected thing.
I think ultimately it boils down to a system of control meant to make us just feel the worst possible way, and to present us with a paradoxical reality that either forces you to submit to it or get antagonize you into where we are right now, recording it for posterity.
But I mean, we got some taste to it. We're not like heathens, you know.
Taste to how you mean just for?
We got some aesthetics.
Yeah. I love dude. Believe me, I love the Zionist slop that I'm being fed.
Have you been to the church lately or the community center?
Not since last we spoke, but I mean, I'll probably go soon if I need coffee.
Explaining this to Karen, where I was like,
I've been getting fed McDonald's coffee.
It's
recently.
like a little community. That's like a recruiting center for all these surrounding churches. And then I pulled up like an image of like one of those Zion.
I didn't realize it is for that bigger.
And it's
church.
like a full-on guitar, like full-on mega like stage singing youth group shit. So yeah, that's all that place is just like a recruiting center. I know. It's amazing.
I'm surprised this guy hasn't asked me in because you know what would create if I got into this church, I would be a little fucking trickster. It would be horrible. Not horrible, but I mean,
we need to recruit these kids. Bring them in.
I'll keep going.
We should ask if we can podcast from inside there.
I mean, he could see. I mean, I don't think anybody else see this
from the little community center.
Eventually, from the church. I'd hate for my church to see this. I'd like getting espresso at this church.
That, like, Jacob, what is
It's like we heard what he said about you trying to sow dissent in our
community,
our little branch, our branch of Mount Zion. Inshallah. They don't have to worry, dude. I mean, I'm Muslim now. I'm a Muslim guy now.
You went Muslim, or are you gonna change what's your last name gonna be?
Fucking
Ahmed.
No, dude, Salman.
Ali?
Salman, obviously.
Salman? You're going to Salman?
Going with Salman, dude.
That's not bad.
Yeah, long live the prince.
Yeah. What do Muslims believe in? Like, what does it take to be Muslim?
It takes a deep level of seriousness, or if you want to like tell people that Will Smith is gay, then you're Muslim. you need Allah if you're gonna go on podcasts and tell people that Will Smith's a gay guy.
Will Smith's coming. I feel like he's coming back.
I feel like he's coming out. I feel like he might come out of the closet.
I've always thought he's just kind of bi.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I mean, he did that movie early in his career. He's like fully like having sex with a guy.
Was that 7 pounds?
It's like 7 degrees of
7
separation.
pounds.
7 degrees of separation is
7
called.
7 degrees of separation. What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And it's like the idea is like you're 7 people away from meeting like the president or whoever.
Okay, I'm familiar with that.
He's like a homeless black guy. And he totally like runs a con on these like liberal professor types, and they're like they think he's a genius, and he's like and then they catch him fucking some guy in this house. Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't think I've ever heard of this. Will Smith
it's a smaller film. It's like a earlier. Yeah. He tells him that his dad's like Sidney Poitier, the old black actor, famous actor. Okay. They believe him, or he's like at least related to him. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think Donald Sutherland's in it. It's like a big kind of movie, like.
Jesus, how about?
I'm like more of a university campus.
I'm more of an Independence Day guy.
Have you seen Birdcage?
No.
You know what it is?
Is that Will Smith again?
Robin Williams. Totally different movie. Same 90s though. No. Totally. This is a screwball I just threw in there. It's a good one.
I don't know any of these.
No. Scrap Birdcage. Look it up after. The viewers might know. Look up Birdcage. Yeah. It's a good movie. It's really, really good. You'd like it. Mike Nichols. It's about like not trainees, drag show. They own a drag bar.
Oh.
His son, Robin Williams is in a gay relationship with this guy. They own a drag bar. His son's getting married, and the son's Gene Hackman's the father-in-law. Going to be the father-in-law, and he's like this right-wing like political guy from like Upper East Coast, and they come down to Florida. It's a whole thing.
That sounds great.
It is really good.
It's always comical with Robin Williams in the movie.
It's one of his better roles, honestly. Like he might have won something for it.
Yeah, it goes too good.
He's good in it. What else we got? Tombstone. We already talked about Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer was a cool looking guy. Unique look, kind of like a interesting kind of look for an actor.
Yeah, I feel like I always thought he was a meme, but I've only really figured out like he's like
big time. Yeah,
yeah.
He played Jim Morrison. I mean, these are big films.
A lot of key roles in key movies throughout the decades.
I mean, co-starring with Tom Cruise in the '80s is about as big as it gets to be like a movie star. You know?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Bone Tomahawk?
No,
dude.
What is that?
That's is it Dennis Villeneuve? Whoever did Brawl and Cell Block 99.
Yeah,
it's the same act. Who did
actor or director?
Just director.
Okay, I don't know who did that.
Okay.
It's not the guy who did Dune.
I don't think it is.
Denis Villeneuve. That's what I thought you were saying.
I shouldn't. Unfortunately, I don't know.
You know who you look like right now is Robert Rodriguez.
Who's Robert Rodriguez?
He did like Grindhouse. He's like Quentin Tarantino's one of his best friends.
I don't know who that is.
He did like Grindhouse and like a couple other movies.
He's like an Asian guy or Mexican?
No, Mexican dude. But
I said. Notice I say Mexican. I look like a Mexican apparently.
You kind of do, right? That's
I mean, that's the thing about race, dude. I mean,
it blends.
Like, oh my God, Mexicans are just what? They're just like Asian Europeans or whatever.
No, dude, they're like Asian. What? Yeah, I guess like a mixture. No, Mexican.
It's Spanish. So the Spaniards raped the Spaniards raped the Mayans, turned them into Mexicans.
South America, though.
Okay, when did we
get? South America is like the most interesting, mysterious continent on the planet, besides Antarctica.
Yeah, I feel like that's where they went in King Kong, right?
No, they went to Africa.
Was it Africa?
Oh, no. I don't know. They went to the jungle, maybe. The Amazon? I thought they went to Africa.
Yeah, it was some island in between. It was Skull Island.
Oh, it was an island. Yeah. It was an island off Africa.
Okay.
Dude, monkeys. Come on.
Well, I mean, there's monkeys in Argentina, I'm sure.
When you think of a monkey, what do you think of?
Argentina.
Okay.
Fuck you. You think I'm gonna say, well, Africa?
I mean, the way we started the episode, I don't know.
Africa, that's weird.
Ooh, I thought evolution wasn't even real though. So,
well, I mean, what do you think? Oh, I don't want to do a fuck. I don't want to do a drift about evolution.
What are some of the other comedy like podcasts in the state?
In the state?
I mean, the Midwest area.
I mean, there's. Unfortunately, I'm so disrespectful.
This isn't a comedy podcast. This is a talk show.
This is a talk show.
Yeah.
This is a talk show.
So
as much as it's a talk show.
It's a talk show. But are there more podcasts in the state? Like you probably have like some college guys.
Yeah, I bet there's
Michigan State basketball.
It's like at least 1,000, right?
Oh, in the state of Michigan?
Is this really that much effort that there's probably not that many? Am I overestimating? I forget that numbers actually have quantifiable value in reality.
You have to do things.
So I just it's like fucking 1 million probably in Michigan. There's probably like a fucking million.
There's probably, if I really had to guess, north of 100.
With 500 plus subscribers, 100 plus subscribers.
No, I'm just talking about people doing it.
People doing it?
I mean, there's all types of podcasts because you have like nature, wildlife.
So you're saying 1K plus probably? So 1K plus?
No, I'm just saying like people literally just doing it on a weekly basis though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, consistently?
Yeah.
Not
numbers don't matter.
Not schizophrenically.
If they're just kind of like doing it like once every 10 days at least.
Mm-hmm. In the state?
Yeah.
I don't know how to estimate that.
Well, I'm just trying to. What kind of podcast would there be? Like I said, there's probably like
at moments. I think is everybody just doing this? Everybody's doing this, right?
No.
And then not many.
How many are? No.
I really fucking give a shit.
People talk about doing it.
Yeah.
People talk about it. Yeah, I get it.
People talk about doing it, and they start doing it, and then
write a book. I could blah, but they never do. You know.
But then I mean,
this goes back to that those task makers versus those who do other people's tasks.
Task makers. People that issue tasks to others.
People that just create rather than just like absorbing.
Okay.
Goes back to the lady at the kiosk. You know what I mean? They're only programmed just to
have people do things for her.
Well, just can't like get a task done.
Yeah, dude. I mean, unless. Well, she just needed a cheaper price. I don't even know. She was just really. I should have stonewalled her and just walked away, but I was like, I guess I'm just gonna have to give this woman these 2 8x10s for half the price or something. But because she was too retarded to figure out how to do it herself.
Yeah.
I just sound so evil, but I mean, I cannot stand it. It's just so.
Task
God, dude, if you can't handle these things,
you shouldn't do it.
You should. I mean, the future's not fit for you. It's either the future is gonna like go blow past you or we get blown up. It's like one of the other things.
Well, I mean, people slowly go out.
Yeah, I mean, Christ. Someone was serving her mother. She has no kids. She simply exists to serve her mother, who is probably an insane woman too.
Yeah, but so many people have these lives.
Yeah.
So. That's actually more normal to like live a fucked up life than like a place of like privilege or what's expected. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, she's the lucky one. I'm the unfortunate one who has to deal with her. She's the lucky retard that I have to like
wait on,
flip a coin and like, yep, I guess you're, yep.
Call it. That's what we should start doing at the just be like,
flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
Call
Heads are in the air. They're like, what, sir? What?
What is exactly? It's like, do you want your photos or not?
Yeah, they're like, what?
It's like, I don't understand what I have to lose. Everything. Your time, your precious time, the gas that you drove in your car. I could tell you to come back in an hour for these passport photos, ma'am. Do you understand that?
We do have a lot of power. It's kind of funny.
I could tell you to come back in an hour and fuck off.
And they still wouldn't even be ready.
Yeah. And you can come back and be like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I was working on a reset for baby food.
Are you talking? Turn it a little.
I forgot.
You're good.
I hate not having headphones on. It's really makes me being fucking an insane person harder.
I think. Hang on. We'll come back to Tombstone. Let's see what's going on in the world.
With Tombstone already.
I think they got.
I was hardly watching it though.
It was subconscious viewership. That's what all this. I think they got like basketball and shit on.
All right.
Let's see what's going on in the world.
Well, I'm gonna go pee that real quick. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, we can just pause real quick because I kind of gotta go pee. There was this guy I was looking at on Instagram. He's like 46, and he's got like the body or a metric test of an 18-year-old. He's the healthiest person alive. Weirdo, fucking weird ass guy. But he's like an 18-year-old. It's really, really odd. But it just made me think like how the body can be so manipulated. Or like
he has the body of an 18-year-old.
Like he has the metric test of a really healthy 18-year-old.
And he's how old?
46.
46. Well, sure, yeah.
It's kind of interesting. But he's a weird guy.
Weird in what way? It's like what he's into.
I mean, he's like he gets his like food tested. Everything he eats gets tested, like just to make sure everything's perfect. It's like that kind of stuff. Like real like how do you even live then? You know? But it's just
so much.
An 18-year-old. Yeah. He's like a venture capitalist too. So
I don't know any of those guys' names, so I can't even like think if you're mistaking.
His name's like Brian John. I literally just read about him this morning.
Oh, okay. I think I know. I mean, it's probably the same fucking guy.
Really pale looking white guy.
Like orange hair?
No. It's Donald Trump.
It's Trump hair?
Donald Trump.
Oh.
What's up with Trump? A lot of people hating on the guy.
People are just, I mean, I don't know. I don't care so much right now. It's not really good to
pay attention.
It's just going to get, I mean, it'll probably just, what month is it? It's April. I don't know. Does it get worse in May and then we're okay for June?
I'm hoping it's a hot summer.
I think like he times it.
Summer.
I feel like he's timed it. It's like it has to get this bad at like the end of May so that by the time it's June, when it's Pride Month, all those fucking faggots can have a great month.
You might forget that.
And then they love me.
Month. Yeah.
And then they love me. It's Juneteenth and it's LGBT month.
Or they'll hate him, they'll double down.
Or they'll double down and they'll hate me.
There was just a huge protest in Detroit today.
Over what? Cybertrucks?
Not paid either. You could tell it was like legit.
Plants, ground roots or whatever.
Yeah.
They wouldn't like that.
People walking down Woodward, I believe. There was a lot of people hating on Trump and Elon. Basically just Trump.
How original.
Yeah. It's just wild.
You gotta get a camera out there and
We should hit the
do
street.
some gonzo
We
shit.
should. Then we'll have to figure out the next one.
Yeah.
There's not a Tesla plant in Michigan, is there? No.
I mean, it'd be crazy if they did. I mean, they
There's
should.
the Tesla store in the Somerset at Troy. They're probably just getting like people probably just walk in there and like shit on the floor and leave.
Pouring soup everywhere.
Fuck you, Nazi.
It's really amazing that people are really up in arms. I
Yeah.
mean, they're in massive numbers apparently in these cities. It's,
Well, I mean, a lot of it does look orchestrated, obviously. 'Cause it's like how, like,
But I mean,
this is like
people-
when you just think about it, it's like who has the time of day to like go out and just be this unhinged with like these made signs? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unemployed,
they're just
disabled, pink-haired
unhinged.
people. Yeah, completely. I mean, people have lost their
yeah, it's
minds.
weird behavior though. It's like
Well, it's just like they're exercising something that's, I mean, God, what is it? It's like it's a weird exercise that people can do. And it like, I don't know what muscle it's working, but it's like, it brings some weird satisfaction or like some like weird meaning to their entire life if they're really committed to this.
well, I feel like
They think they wish they were Nazis or working against, they literally think that they're working against something that's trying to help them. Help
It's
them
pretty
from
funny.
it's really amazing to see.
well, they think they're being rebellious, but they're really not.
Well, they're just addicted to materialism and they just like see only material value and what's being like, they only see money numbers going down. It's like, oh, what about this? What about that? And
Things are kind of changing
they can't,
psychologically.
yeah, it's just,
Well, it kind of ties back to what you were saying, like why when it comes to cheating, why physical cheating is more. It just
mean-
goes to that first instinct of like the first level. Of
well, it just seems
reality.
like anything that's been like real world percussions boils down to a number. It's all it is to me. I mean, my fucking Asian brain, I'm just like, it's just a number changing. And everybody loses their mind. That's what everybody's worried about. It's like green or red. And it's like,
yeah.
that's all it boils down to is this shape that people are filtering things. If people don't
Well, the
adhere to that.
numbers- But they're also like, well, if you're losing money, then might not get as
I
much
mean,
groceries
God.
next month.
Sure, then eat less.
Yeah,
You're not
there's
gonna
nothing
die.
like that. But I'm saying like that's why people get scared.
Yeah.
But it's just like
It's what are you getting?
Your reality and decision shouldn't be tied to.
It's making you die quicker.
Well, it just goes back to like you're saying, like you're living your thoughts to like what you're supposed to live to, rather than kind of living within your own thing.
Well, yeah, no,
Is
yeah.
that word you said? Prolegomena?
Prolegomena.
Yeah, prolegomena.
Yeah.
Pomegranate dressing.
Pomegranate. Delicious pomegranate dressing.
Promelamaga. I like.
Yeah, dude, that's
Promelamaga.
Immanuel Kant, dude.
I know Kant. Yeah,
Yeah, that's some.
that's
Kant.
OG. That's some old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was an old. Do you ever see the documentary TFW No GF? The face one, no girlfriend. So it was like it just had a lot of popular Twitter heads, like popular at the time. I think it was either Hillary time. I don't know. Like I think it was post Hillary, the era, like
When Trump won.
when Trump won, obviously. But there was just like this for a brief time around the Come Town time. This is interesting lore if you're really like a.
Okay.
It's
Go.
but right around the Come Town time. But it was just this guy named Kant Bot on Twitter. And he just gained like a Sam Hyde level cult level of fame. He was adjacent. He did videos with like Sam Hyde and stuff. But they put out like a pretty. I mean, I think it was probably underwhelming. I probably saw it once time through. But I mean, just like a documentary at that time that just like addressed the incel movement and shit like that was like somewhat taboo for the narrative.
Right.
And yeah, where was I even going?
Kant. Robot Kant.
Yeah, and
Bot Kant.
this guy just like regurgitated Kant stuff on Twitter, but I mean obviously I had no idea.
And that's kind of where you
what was
caught
going
on
is
to.
now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just saw the name, but I mean, I wasn't reading philosophy or had any interest. I was
Right.
like, this is just like I don't know.
Interesting.
I had no idea who Kant is. I
Yeah.
have no idea
You're
why.
kind of naturally into it.
Yeah, I just noticed it. I was like, this
Yeah.
is interesting. I followed it for a little bit, but I mean, I didn't get it at all.
Right.
I didn't understand there's a higher level that this person's like operating.
There's a
at.
deeper depth to it. Yeah. That's what's so great about certain things is like you could listen to the same song for like a couple of years. Then you might have an actual experience in your life, where you feel the actual emotions that maybe that song was projecting, and then you get the song or movie or book on a whole other level. You know what I mean? It kind of goes to there's a quote from David Lynch talking about consciousness. You read a book with a golf ball sized consciousness. You don't get to have a golf ball sized understanding. But the more you spread and grow these things, you're going to understand it at a deeper level. You know, it's kind of like what you were just saying with the philosophy. The more you learn, the more you get it, the deeper, the more depth there is to it. It's why people reread books, I think, and you reread something at a different time of your life, you're going to have a whole other different impression. And same goes for movies, you know. I don't know, any type of like something that's just where the character goes through something, you know, and it hits you different.
Yeah, dude. You only have?
You might try to get you see Clockwork Orange, and then you realize you're trying to get brainwashed and have your will stripped from you, and you see it in a different lens. That was kind of a joke. But you know what I mean? I mean, it's or like this is like something like they always say, you'll get those love songs when you get older. Like that was always like a saying, you know, kind of type.
Yeah, I mean, you either get it or you don't. I don't know.
I think you learn experience, and then things resonate more.
Okay.
It's like someone who gets their ass beat.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I just kind of said something flippantly.
What?
I just said something flippantly. I was like, yeah, you get it or you...
Yeah, that was kind of...
It's flippant.
Half in, half out.
It's like, yeah, whatever you're saying, dude. Sounds good. Sounds good, YouTube. Whatever, don't ban.
Yeah.
Push the video.
That's what we're saying. It's like you're kind of half in and half out. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the propaganda around you. You're just half listening.
Yeah.
You're not really listening to the music.
Yeah, are you living in the world or are you living on Earth, brother?
Ooh,
Earth right. To you, dude. Yeah. So, we're about language games here. We're about subtle changes in language throughout history to like shape human consciousness.
That was something that was kind of interesting. Jacob Scott was telling me, he's like, I collect Bibles. I'm like, oh, sick, cool. He's like, I got one from like the 1700s. And he's like, you could look back and you see, because there's always revisions, you can always see how much they changed in the Bible. And
yeah.
Just rewording things, though, in a sense, where it might not have that big of an impact or meaning to it. So it's always a dangerous thing looking back in history, you know, like, and then you realize history can change. Like,
so here's a subtle difference that I noticed. I'm gonna start. I started translating Genesis from German to English, and it's the first lines are just about the was like am Anfang, and in the beginning. Schuf Gott Himmel und Erde. He made the heaven and the earth. And then the earth, or I mean, it was a vacant land. Obviously, it was just water at this point. Right. So the way that it's described now is that darkness, lowercase, darkness as just like whatever, darkness, lowercase d, was really close upon the waters or whatever. It was really close there. And then Martin Luther, before the Reformation, it was instead of the word Auf as before, he used the word Uber, which brings on. You hear, I mean, I say Uber, and you think a lot different than if I said Auf. I mean, you think something grander. There's
it's
a bigger,
more emotional.
There's something grand. Yeah, exactly. You notice, obviously.
Go ahead.
And then there's that distinction there. And then what he does is the word darkness. So in the original, it's finster, which is just describing it being dark.
Yeah.
And then Martin Luther says finsternis, which is actual darkness, capital D. Finsternis, because when in German, descriptions, in German, all nouns are capitalized.
Right. There's a more emphasis.
I mean, it makes reading so much easier. It makes it so much. It gives more depth to everything.
Exactly, it's more emotional. Rather, like this goes back to what I was saying before we were recording. Like
they strip emotionality from
people who only see things within a framework, kind of. Like you present something maybe a little more esoteric. They're just not even going to. It's not even going to.
Specific dichotomy that it depicts, and it's completely eroded away by taking the capitalization away from darkness. See, this is something I literally said this. I was talking about this on stage, and I wasn't able to articulate it in this way, but I mean, this is just it coming.
Well, that's what I mean. It's more. That's European art is better.
Yeah,
you know, it's.
I mean, everything comes from Europe. Ultimately, it's all. I mean,
it's great American art. I mean, the Doors. We talk about that's an American.
We're foundationally a European like rebellion or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we're set up. We were set up by
New
Germans.
Land,
I mean, yeah. America's a scam, man.
It's why Trump's really great. He can read the emotions of a room, I think, and he can speak to those. Whereas, like, you look at other speakers and it's fake emotion.
Well, Trump's actually trying to help us.
There's genuine emotion, and then there's fake emotion. There's people trying to mimic the emotion.
God, dude, I might cry. I mean, it's just so beautiful because Trump's like actually like human, and he has to act in a way that's not going to get him killed. But my God, he wants us to like not get wiped out. But he's doing. I mean, why would? I mean, it's just so
badass. Real life superhero shit.
Yeah,
kind of is.
I feel this way about his existence or whatever, but I mean, and just like when I see people out just like wasting their time protesting everything that's going on when he's just trying to set because
he's trying to
obviously he has to adhere to, he's involved himself with stuff, but I mean, if you're a Christian or whatever you believe, I mean, he has to sacrifice himself, but without, can't get himself killed. No, can't be insane.
Well, it's kind of what Elon's doing too. I mean, Elon said this years ago.
Yeah, he
said like the press is going to eat me apart, and he's kind of becoming like a shield for Trump in a way.
So yeah, maybe he's doing. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
He's just doing his part too.
Yeah, no, he is.
But I don't like getting. I mean, I don't want to put savior complexes on people because I mean they are people like us too. But it's
they're
like
people, but they're doing it. They're doing admission.
That's just the thing about. I mean, lenses amplify reality. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cameras amplify reality into more than what, than what everything is. Yeah, digital landscapes. I mean, it's just,
creating your own media, and that's what those guys do. Mm-hmm. Kanye does. You create your own media. You're not adhering to the media, and that's why they're so critical. That's why the fucking networks and medias are so critical of them. You know what I mean? Elon's got Twitter, X. Trump's got the presidency. You know what I mean? And like Kanye has his freedom from celebrityism in a sense. Like they're kind of doing their own world building.
Yeah.
And that's why the worlds around them so critical though. They still need to use the media platforms to get their messages out because that's just the way the world's set up.
Well, they see the actual structures that they're moving away from against. People
we're moving away from having to rely on the legacy media.
Well, YouTube, Google, those kinds of we'll say Zionists. We should start using the word Zionism rather than distinguish.
Yeah, because like friendly Jews.
Yeah, I like
Zionists.
I like
the Z's. Well, I call them the Z's.
Yeah. Well, you should just
they're trying to put you to sleep.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude. It is,
dude.
That's nice.
That's podcasting gold right there. We're just digging it out.
Them fucking Z's. Yeah, that's what it is. And then they're trying to make you woke too, but that's just a whole fake shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about leftism. If you're doing that,
people are into it so much.
Unless you know that,
don't even really realize it though.
Well, yeah, it's just a good way to get the upper hand on a person is to like prove that you're
moral ground. Like,
that's all. It's
had the higher ground.
Exactly.
I'm nicer.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you're probably a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, no,
or you're just a stick in the mud.
I mean, dude, Russell Brand, perfect example. The more you involve yourself with like religious structures, the more guilty or more capable your soul is of indulging in those. The more you obviously ferment on those evil ideas. Where if you lean and use these as a crutches, obviously you're like confronting these things in reality. It's no longer metaphorical.
One of those like hippy dippy vegans though that like
used to do heroin. I mean, this guy used to be a fucking drug slammer.
They go with the wind. They just go with the wind. What trend will be the best thing? Yeah,
well, to just keep him above ground. He's just trying to predict. Yeah, he's just like trying to predict the way that he's going.
Some of his shit's pretty wild.
Obviously, he was just doing. He upset.
You honestly kind of look like Russell Brand right now.
I look like a lot of people apparently.
You kind of do because he's like with the hat and the hair. You'll look back at this, like fuck. I'll put like Russell Brand as like the center.
Well, here's what I want you to do for me, love. All right? Can you do something for me, love?
Yeah, he's got too much energy. That is a funny movie though. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Jonah Hill's character.
I've seen so many.
Jonah Hill's character is so good in it. He's just such a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, and Russell's like some famous guy that makes music. He's
like this famous fuck.
And Jonah wants to like get his attention.
Oh, he's his biggest fan, and
yeah, it's great, mate. It's good.
It is a really good movie. I like it.
Yeah. Shame I haven't seen
like
that.
Jason Segel. He's funny as fucking it too. Yeah.
I love How I Met Your Mother.
They're all good.
I love How I Met Your Mother, of course. I'm a complete.
You ever see I Love You Man with Paul Rudd?
What is this?
I Love You? Paul Rudd and Jason Segel.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah, slap on the bass, man. It's the whole rush, and then like he's got the little dog, and those are funny, dude. Paul Rudd was I don't know. Yeah, there was a time when comedy was pretty great there, though. It was. You had the Seth Rogen.
There was a renaissance. Yeah, there was like
it's like middle school to high school, early. Yeah.
Yeah. They had their time in the sun. The Zionists gave them their
The
time.
Z's had
Like,
them
see what you
flying.
can do. See how subtle your comedy to do. Don't erode the masses, though.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah, don't take
do
it
anything
too
too edgy,
far.
Paul Rudd. All right.
Did you look at any of those scripts I sent you?
I didn't look
like
into
kinda-
any of them. I didn't
Check
want.
them out.
Yeah.
Just like so you get like the idea like how script reading goes. But I was reading the Pineapple Express one and it was so funny.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch The Shining and read the script.
Yeah,
as I'm watching.
well, I mean, that's just a good way to kind of understand how the
It goes from
visual
paper to
language.
visual.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like the visual cues, and
translation.
language. And just you see a script and you can see how it was brought to life. It's kind of cool. Like
That'll
the Pulp
help.
Fiction script is really cool to read. Like, there's a lot. I mean, a lot of scripts. Any movie that you really watched a lot, just kind of and be like, wow, oh, like you just see the imagery, you see the decision making, because that's all filmmaking is too. It's a lot of decision making. But the Shining script is that's the edit script. So the movie was shot, and then they probably made a final script for the editing bay. Whereas like, because Stanley was still writing like hours before scenes were being shot, like they were like changing shit. So scripts are just a plan to like you build the frame. Like that script could change, certain words, lines, you never. But like you have the framework of locations and things down. So that's a big thing. I have like cousins that moved to Houston and shit. It's like we lived in Houston. It's like Houston's a whole.
Yeah.
A lot of people around, like a lot of people in Walgreens come like, yeah, my son lives in Houston. Yeah, it's like you poor bastard.
I mean, has he told you? Has he told you? Has he told you yet?
Speaking of Texas,
Yeah, dude, I miss running track.
yeah.
Dude, I ran track.
Imagine
Dude, there was
running
this
track
one-
in Texas,
Dude,
probably hot. You
Hot as
probably get you mad.
get you real mad. Dude, I know there was this one guy that pissed me off real fucking mad.
Do you ever like want to kill him?
Yeah, dude, this guy, he went to another school. This white kid,
Really? Okay. Like
this white guy, I mean, he was just oh my God.
you guys see at like meets.
Just like actually saying the N-word verb, not giving
Really?
a shit, like out loud, just like around, just not caring about just like
Who
social.
did he go to?
He went to Oxford. I couldn't think of a better place. Anyways, this guy, he called me a and I'm like, dude, what the heck?
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm not hip with that.
Hey. And then
Martin Luther King wouldn't be cool with that, dude. So,
Marcus King wouldn't be
so
cool
here,
with it.
Grant, let me tell you what I did. Let me tell you what I did to
What
this
did you
guy.
do, this
I-
cracker?
I knew that state was coming up very soon.
Oh, you
no, it wasn't
knew.
state. It was counties. It was right before states. all
Oh,
right?
so you've had interactions with
So
this guy.
obviously we ran against Oxford in the regular season and like the divisions and then counties, obviously. So here's what I do. Around county time, this guy beats me in long jump. This white guy,
A white guy beats
this white
you.
guy beats me, a black guy.
a black guy
A black guy
with
In-
fast twitching
with
muscle
fast
fiber.
twitch muscle
Yes.
fibers, extra limbs,
Oh, everything.
all the black stuff. He beats me. You know what I say? I say, fuck this guy. I'm gonna stab him in the chest. I'm gonna stab him in the chest
As you should.
as he deserves. He's
Yeah.
white. He said he called me a n***. In my mind, he called me a n***. He looked at me.
He outran you.
He said, "Nice race." After he beat me, and we fist bumped. And I said, he called me a n***.
He beat you physically.
He beat me physically,
You
which
had
is
to end his
a white man
physicality.
got so good at something that was mine. I was told was mine as a black man in America. I told that rap music and track meets were mine. So when a white
Is he a
man,
rapper too, this kid? I think he got like a fire SoundCloud. No.
I don't know. His name's he better be. His name's
Oh, the-
Carmelo.
Carmelo
Should even.
Anthony.
It's what's sick. They're gonna turn him into George Floyd. They're gonna turn this guy into George Floyd
Yeah.
because his name's Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
If this isn't the George Floyd, I don't know what. If this isn't the George Floyd movement of the Trump presidency, I don't know what the Brotherhood is thinking.
Yeah, but I mean, what if it was the white kid that stabbed the blackie?
We don't even need. We don't
Would've
even
been a
need to
whole
entertain
thing.
that. We should
Would've been
only.
a whole-
We should only be chastising blacks that are defending this because I think
Is it
it's
getting
either
hot online? I haven't really.
people
yeah.
are just so retarded and just respond in their systematic ways.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you understand. I mean, people respond in whatever way they're going to respond. I mean, and even if I imagine like it's premeditated. Like he targeted this particular. I just don't think you show up and like I'm going to stab the first white person that steps to me. Unless It depends how. I don't know.
This is what I heard. Also, I only just read a little brief article.
Depends how good he is.
It got taken. They were in the stands, so they were athletes.
He was apparently sitting under a tent that has your school
He took his spot
underneath
or
it.
something, they said.
He doesn't. If he doesn't go to the school, there's these tents, pavilions, or whatever.
Yeah. You see your team
So
set up.
he's purposely sitting there. I don't know if he's targeting this person out or if he's like first white person that walks up to me is getting stabbed. But obviously, he's sitting in the wrong place.
Carmelo, an athlete though.
Yes, I would imagine so.
Ran
He's
too.
running at another
ran.
school.
It was like a county track meet.
Yeah, it was some sort of. I mean, it was.
Picture you paint it does make sense. Where it'd be more premeditated.
There's just no
You knew him
way.
prior.
Unless he's
I
a
know.
fucking
Dude,
Muslim terrorist.
It just goes back to like Stephen Paddock. You just don't snap and kill 200 people. You just don't really pull a knife out and kill a rando.
Yeah.
You just don't.
You target somebody that you despise for some reason because he's posting online. You just don't like this white guy because the guy hunts. He hunts. He has a twin brother. They hunt together with their dad. I've done.
I'm in Texas, bro. Like it's Texas.
It's just, man, it's just insane.
Yeah.
It is just so sad. And then people will jump to God, dude. If any fucking comedian goes up and tries to fucking
defend Carmelo
Anthony,
someone's got to make the basketball joke.
Yeah,
someone's got to make the cross.
Somebody will make it, but if you don't actually tiptoe in the right way, I will.
Yeah, you shouldn't defend the kid at all.
I'll just have to go up there and just kill the funny and then just fucking because it just drives me off a fucking wall.
Yeah, no, it's sick. It's
I don't see in any way. It's just in no way to kill somebody because of your fucking delusion over race in this country. In your reality, you need to get your fucking shit together. And
well, it just goes back to the
it's so perfect.
Well, what would let's go a little deep. What do you think influenced that kid to? Let's go into the terms that was premeditated or he wanted to kill this kid who's white. What influences that? What builds up in that? Does that go back to the propaganda machine? Does that go back to his parents?
That's political.
Does that go back to his own parents?
Politics.
What they teach him about
the algorithm.
About bullshit, what they were taught.
Mm-hmm.
Killing
all
anyone's crazy, but to kill someone because they're a different color is retarded.
Yeah.
Subhuman.
It's just like
it goes back though to, like I said, that first layer of physicality.
Mm-hmm.
You're not looking at their brain or their mind or their heart or like who they are. You're just looking at
it feeds into the structure of control that really is meant to separate people from people.
And it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like so
on a primordial level.
Yeah, primordial. Yeah. It's dumb.
Yep.
Like, fundamentally dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like dumb.
There's bigger.
It's interesting to look at. It's like a piece of wood. It's like a grounding. I don't know, it's kind of interesting to look at. It takes me to that level.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
Right across from me. It's just
wood,
yeah. What?
I wouldn't stab that wood. There's a nice.
No, it's a nice.
Wood.
We should paint wood up next episode and have like our friends around. And we'll just like
planks and whatever.
Oh yeah. That actually would be kind of funny. Voice them over in post production, like a whole. That actually would be a bad little set, like skit. It'd be kind
of funny. Write that down.
Starring it. We'll have some cool scenes this summer. I promise. We'll have some cool scenes.
We're gonna make you pay for it too.
Possibly.
Because we're gonna be greedy, and I'm sick of working at a retail store.
Well, if you pay for it, we could just make better things.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Because then I'm less sad from working at my job.
Well, we used to get better equipment.
I love my job.
More time. You need time to create things. No, I like our job too a lot. I really do.
It's I'm in. I
wouldn't be there if I didn't.
I'm in a zone. I can tolerate it. I just do resets and I do truck, and that's literally it. And sometimes I have to adhere to the state government. That's fine.
What happened when you lost your license or something? That was like a whole.
I just didn't give a shit. I was like, fire me.
I hate how they make these jobs that don't need to be that serious. Way more serious. Like it's retarded.
Well, yeah,
Again, it's just another.
Well, unfortunately, there's demons out there, or fucking
they literally are demons.
People.
That's what you realize.
Yeah, there's people possessed by something, and they're doing ill will towards others.
Yeah,
but they just outsourced just literally. A website, another protocol to check that I did learning, that I sat and did some adherence training, and it's supposed to get sent through to one website, but then they just outsourced it to another to just pay it was just complete nonsense. And if you weren't aware of what was going on, you could easily just drop $50 to $80 to. The way the website's set up is just to make you think, for you to actually determine what's going on, so you don't get in trouble with whatever.
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay the $80 because all the features on the site are unusable unless you pay the premium or whatever. I mean, it's just a complete minefield. It's no wonder people get scammed over fucking ridiculous bull crap.
It'll be interesting to see like the kind of scams that are getting pulled 20 years from now.
I don't know how people are going in and buying $1,500 worth of Apple gift cards thinking that it's wise to do.
Well, they're brain dead.
For any reason.
Well, you got to realize the brain does decline. And
they are complete addicts. These are complete.
Brains decline. Like, you can't make decisions.
I mean, fentanyl is a hell of a drug.
Some people just
is crazy.
Don't have brain function to filter decision making. Like, overtly confident people for no reason are just stupid. Oh, there's manifestation.
With no like fire behind the person.
There's like there's like manifestation, but in saying things and believing in it, but
it's just like seeing where you actually are. I mean, I don't know.
You got to be real with yourself. You got to be fucking honest with yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually good because you're living a real life. Like,
it's amazing to like eat our words and he just like completely sells out.
Oh, 5 years from now we're just
2.2 million views in a week on the special.
We just bite right into
completely like.
I just make a mini series for Netflix and it's like the most left bullshit, like the most like lefty bullshit.
Oh my God!
I just completely sell out. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, if their shit like went off.
Oh, them? Oh, dude, no. They're too retarded.
Well, I'm just saying, what if, though?
Jacob, I've seen actually talented people like that had better opportunity. Like, you actually have to speak complete sentences to at least get in the door to be.
I know, you got to not
turned out
crowd work.
You got to be able to finish a sentence.
All the time.
And have a conversation with someone. Right. Like, at least.
You got to know. You got to know Dua Lipa is, right? You know Dua Lipa is, Grant.
We can't. All right.
We shouldn't do this.
But it is interesting, like when people do get plucked. It goes back to like the paid protesters. Like, how do those people get plucked? Like, how do you get plucked?
Well, I don't even know what this is. I mean, protesters a little bit more tangents. Like, you get an email. It's like you're already signed up for all these things.
I think if like a show blows up, you don't even realize you're plucked yet. You know what I mean? You're kind of being like Tim got plucked.
Yeah.
I think where he's at now, you know what I mean?
Is that always what it is then? So, I mean, even
I think subtly until you get to, at least, well, I mean, unless you're connected to the Hollywood system. Oh, I'll tell you this. So, let me talk.
It is a matter of knowing somebody, yeah?
That director guy I worked with, Luke, man, he's a filmmaker. He makes movies. He's out there. Hollywood movies. He had an agent. I was on the phone call with him in the room. And he was trying to get a new agent. He quit. He thought he was like Kanye, this kid. He's like 21, 22, got fired as agent. He was 19 when he made his feature. And I'm sitting there in the room listening to him on speaker, and we're talking to an agent, new lady, you might rep him. And it's like the most LA, like, because he's about to have a new baby. She's like, we're going to get this movie made, Luke. We're going to get it done. Like, so it's like, those are the people you work, I'll never want to work with those type of people because they wouldn't never read that script. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. That's how you know you'll always be okay. Because if you're not working with those people, you're fine. You're outside of it. But having that, it's good to like kind of be near the circle, but it's not good to be in the circle. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's good to kind of know what the circle does and how it operates. But
you don't need to be an initiate. You only need a couple degrees of initiation.
Just some experiences and seeing things here and there. But
yeah, dude, you don't need to be full blown Mason.
Yeah, he would like our show. That kid. Him and I were close to him. We talked a lot. Like we would when I was in New York, and he was, and like and you saw that video we made, and like we had a whole feature. We had a whole feature ready to go, and Bella Thorne was gonna be in it. Mm. You know Bella Thorne?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Sydney Sweeney, maybe. I think he had an idea for Sydney Sweeney. Couple of the actors from Euphoria, and then we were in contact with those. His agent was in contact with those agents. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of just all fell apart because other things, but and he's kind of a phone, but yeah, I was saying anything else. But he was cool. It was cool. Good taste. Couldn't do anything himself.
They have a Holcomb Caulfield.
No. He like I said, he just had good taste, but couldn't do anything himself. Couldn't even like talk to his wife. Didn't know how to talk to her.
Shame. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what happens when you don't. Never mind.
We shouldn't talk too much about it.
Yeah, we shouldn't talk about.
He could help me make my next movie, honestly.
Yeah, Luke.
Luke.
If you're listening.
He might. Dude, the kid loved me. I'm not. I gotta stop.
The kid.
He's your age, though.
Okay.
Had like a
weird aura. No, yeah, you got an aura.
He had like $1 billion. All right, we gotta stop talking about it. All right.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. Houston's playing like shit.
They look like the Chicago Bulls.
They do look like the Bulls.
What if we look like
black and red?
What if we look like the Chicago Bulls? How would you like?
Are you doing that whisper thing?
How would you like that?
You're doing that thing where you start whispering, your eyes get real slanty. You start whispering a bit into the microphone.
Say your eyes get narrow. Slanty sounds real racist. Say narrow so it sounds more poetic.
You get real slanty-eyed over there.
Yeah, it's the hat, dude. It's the hat.
You're kind of like Doc Jones. Yeah, you really kind of got the indie thing going.
Yeah, I just got a weird smirk. I just got to pee again, too.
All right, we did another half hour. We can take a break because I'm going to change that battery.
Okay.
Like, which never wanted it to be. Yeah.
He's a Zionist servant.
It sucks.
It's all right, though. He had his time in the...
He did his job, for sure.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be doing this podcast if
it weren't for Tyler.
Dude,
so I was introduced to Tyler by somebody that was from California that ended up in like an English class that I had freshman year in Medina, Ohio, which would have been my last year before I moved to Maryland.
Okay.
That was my last year there. But he was just like a skater guy. I mean,
living out here in this country, like most people like rap music, but like Lil Wayne or like some dumb shit or 50 like stupid shit or Eminem.
So it makes sense that just like
I saw him on the VMAs in a tie-dye shirt, and the way he spoke was really like edgy but articulate, and like I don't know, he's just so fucking different. And then I saw the Yonker video, and then all the old Goblin shit. This was like 2011.
It's a certain benefit of like
but there was real artistry to it too.
Yeah. California. California's good for something, I guess.
Yeah, real artistry.
Yeah.
At that time period, though, now it's fucked. This is what I mean. Like, this was a good time. Early 2010s to like 17, 19. It ended in 19.
Well, it's like, well,
there was some real independent creativity.
Being rebellious felt like actually,
and now it's just
being rebellious, and we're now nothing, even, everything just seems so replicated and
contrived.
Contrived, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look at this. There was a real feeling there. And like, no one liked this.
It's just so hard to find it now. You have to really.
It's funny because right before I started working at, I was like really down and out for a little bit working on my project, and I was just like telling my mom like, where are the kids that like grew up listening to Odd Future? And then I started working on Ball.
Yeah, dude, they're playing League of Legends.
Here they are,
trying to give themselves schizophrenia.
Like, where are they at? And I was like, well, here they are. And
it is very odd.
Beautiful.
The circumstances that it's not even. It's just like.
But look at this. Like this is so much cooler than anything around. I went to some of his shows are insane.
But do we say that, or we're just not going out and experiencing it every night? Why don't we go to the Crowfoot in Pontiac?
No, it's nothing like this. You go to those. There's nothing like this type of energy because people just don't feel that way anymore. It goes back to what I was saying.
It's all been cucked out.
The thing inside you's gone. It gets forgotten.
Yeah, COVID did something to people. There was just a certain threshold.
That's what I mean. Like, look at him. He ain't even doing that anymore.
Things are tighter with the. You got a fucking robot policing what we say. It's scanning the fucking words and every little bit.
Like, this feels like so long ago almost. It's kind of weird.
It is kind of.
It is long
10
ago.
years is a long time, yeah? Yeah, man, dude. Everybody's just so.
Well, everything now, too, I feel like even more so than ever. It's getting more and more just everything's just so tied to money. Like, what really is valued is like how much things is cost. Or, you know what I mean? Like that intrinsic.
What is money?
Is like what's I don't know.
That's what everything's predicated. I mean,
why does it matter if a thing gets 10,000 views or 30,000 views or 100 or 200 views? You know what I mean?
Well,
that's why it's kind of cool. I wish YouTube never even just showed the views.
If you're looking at your phone, you won't really pay it. You won't say no.
Wish, like none of that idea that was never even there. That idea of popularity.
Yeah.
What if it was just all there, like just on? And you had no idea who watched what and what watched what, but it was just on.
It really, I mean,
You know?
it just boils down to some weird primordial like things just meant for us to be able to be separated
Open
on.
your hand for a second. I just want to make sure you're talking to the right
Oh,
thing.
no, it's right. I've got it right. I'm making sure I'm paying attention to it.
You
Like
know what I mean, though? It's like,
yeah.
yeah.
Say it again. Rephrase it again. I want to. We can.
Well, just like the idea, like numbers equate things that are good.
Oh, sure.
That takes away the like we were talking about earlier, like that the feeling of depth when you experience something. Maybe you read a book at 15, but you read it again at 30, and you really feel how profound those words are. Mm-hmm. I think the views take away from how profound maybe certain things are. It misconceives your perception, and that's just the world
numbers.
that we live in.
Numbers are a different thing than letters.
But that's just the world But it's
Quantifiable versus qualifiable.
Well,
it's all very
images, but numbers also create feeling like, oh, this is big, this is.
And why is that? And then it's
this
like,
is important.
What is a 0 versus a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? What's
more value?
0 has an infinite. It's like what's 3 zeros behind a 1? What's plus a comma and then more zeros? It's like, what does a 0 represent as far as it's a circle and it's infinite.
Infinicy?
And then it's like, imagine and then how impactful debt feels when you have multiple zeros behind and you're in red, you see red, and it's like, it's really a very sick system that you're enslaved in. It really does it. And you obviously see how impactful. I mean, their reloads on their chime cards are getting rejected, and it's like my son's dying.
This is what I talk about. It's like
in World of Warcraft, he's dying. I need to get him skins.
So you're almost saying like when you're in debt, you take value. You're almost more susceptible to taking on like you're almost like when you're in debt, you're more susceptible to just keep giving your money up for less monetary things. You're paying You're paying for skins on World of Warcraft, and you're already.
Well, unfortunately, here's the thing.
You know what I mean? Like, so why are you like? You know what I mean?
So here's the thing. We put an emphasis on like video games earlier, and it's like we only find existence in video games per se. There's a certain segment of the population that is so invested in video games that they only find their actual meaning in their life in playing video games. And that their ability to accumulate money directly relates to
We haven't been rolling on it, but we got the audio.
Yeah, we got the audio. It doesn't matter.
Put a picture of Robert Rodriguez there.
Yeah, whoever that guy is. I don't even have
video games like we were talking. Yeah,
I don't have an image in mind. But money. I mean, having money just directly equates to how much existence and how much. Yeah, just how much existence you're allowed to have. And there is an equation where it's like the amount in your bank is actually equatable to how much life you're allowed to live, whatever that means subjectively to you.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were kind of talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, equating your self-worth to your bank account.
Yeah.
But then you have people that are broke that go in debt to like show off that they have money though too.
Yeah, I mean that's just like a sickness or
retardedness.
Yeah, retardedness. Retardism. That's to be a new religion.
Retardism?
Yeah. Surprisingly, I have not heard retardism as like
like an ism thing.
As an ism, even as like a retardus.
You want to hear something kind of funny? So like someone printed off a poster came into work the other day, and it was like the special ed basketball Lake Orion team. And I'm looking, and the only black kid on the team, they put like a giant gold chain around him. I was like, what? And I realized he looked like he had like a big gold chain on. He's the only one in the whole picture with like any jewelry on or anything. Yeah, like one of those big overdone plastic jewelry. Yeah, and they put that on him. And then he looked familiar, and then it totally gave me a flashback. I remember like our junior year, we had like the special ed Lake Orion team play the Oxford team. It was hype.
The Oxford team was better than the Orion team.
It was a blast. It was fun. It was fun. But the kid looked like the same guy. There was a black guy on the team, and he was kind of decent. He's probably the same guy.
Yeah, retards get to live for like
he had to been
10
like
years.
30. Like, you can
Their
live.
high school career is actually like 10 to 12 years.
Why aren't
it's amazing.
They don't get, well, that's the kind of. I mean, that's a lot of red.
No, retarded people are like dogs. It's weird. their age is like the years they live is equated differently than like normal human years.
Almost positive
like
he was the
retard
same
years.
guy that was on the team back
Yeah,
then.
no, he's a time traveler as well. He's a retarded dog time traveler who's also black as well.
What a life. What a life, right? What a life.
It's late. It's late.
It's been a good one. We got some more. We got some more in us. We got some more in us.
Weed really makes you evil. I swear to God, I was looking at myself in the mirror like it really does an evil thing.
Well, it's like how like the devil's.
Invest in like eye drops. I haven't. I've never been a sucker for eye drops. I don't care if I look like the devil. That's just how I look.
They help. I haven't put them in a long time.
I guess, but I
like,
mean, it's
they
all for an
help out.
appearance. Sure, if you care about what
You feel
your eyes
camo.
like,
You don't feel as like
yeah, conscious of.
I am public. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Fuck that. So what if people? Yeah, whatever. I'm not going in public. Actually.
Yeah, dude. What a time! Like back then, we didn't know anything about like
About anything.
the
really.
Jews. I mean, we.
I
did,
know.
but
I
it
didn't know
was a-
nothing about the Jews.
Yeah.
In
What a
high school or
time.
something. Yeah.
Like you always knew, like high school was kind of like a prison. Like you kind of always thought, like you always thought, like, oh yeah, we're in jail, like, but you don't really realize.
You don't realize how programming it is.
Like how much it really is. Yeah.
Even just the idea of waking up at a particular time, it's like, yeah, so you get trained for 18 years to be able to wake up and work at a particular time rather than it's like being able to like I got drunk this night so I can sleep
That
all
is kind of what
day.
is interesting about college, but then that kind of trains you too to live like this, like, because a lot of people in college get sucked into this lifestyle where like you're stressed out through the week and then you get hammered on the weekends and then you recoup Sunday and then you go through it again. It's just this cycle that they live through too.
It's really sick.
It's a constant programming, and you're anxious because you paid all this money to be there. Not my experience, but these other people. But I'm just saying, like, most degrees, even film people suck. I'm happy I learned some cool shit from college, but I didn't like take the college X route. You know what I mean? It's like the circle thing we were talking about.
I mean, unfortunately, I shouldn't have even enrolled in college. You know, that's the thing.
You weren't into it.
I should not have.
You weren't already there.
It was well. I mean, here's the thing. It's like God, you really fool yourself. It's really amazing, and it's like I don't fool myself for very long. Apparently, it's like I stopped going to class even.
Dude, even I did. I mean, my freshman year. Yeah.
I mean, most people do. I imagine it's like
cool experience, and then you got to tighten down a little.
Yeah,
bit.
dude. I mean, I wasn't getting laid. I wonder if it had been any different. I wonder if it's just like
I don't know. I had a girlfriend.
maybe I'd be a doctor. Maybe I'd be a doctor right now if I'd gotten laid.
Those people were really too focused to get like laid. Those are the type.
I
of
wonder what
that
I'd be like
same
if I'd
girlfriend
gotten
their whole
laid
life,
ever.
bro.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Like the doctors are the ones that have like the same girlfriend and married the only person their whole life, and that's why they have these crazy crises because like they've only fucked the same girl their whole life, and that's why they cheat on their wife, and they have X amount of money.
That is some
to do it
people
too. And their whole life, it's like, man, I wish I could have had sex with someone else, but it's like, you only had sex with this one person.
Do you think that's everybody? Do you think that there's?
I think that's
There's
a certain
certainly-
amount of people.
Okay.
And if you're like in a high paying position, then that's why that kind of stuff kind of varies on then.
So if you're involved in hierarchies, then naturally you think that
I think it's
I
just
could be
human nature
fucking
too.
somebody
Like, you want to
hotter.
have sex more than just one person. I think it's natural curiosity.
You think that's? I mean, yeah, I think.
But then what if you find out your partner's had more sex? Like if you just like only had sex with her your whole life.
Dude, then it's like a numbers thing again. We're back to
Not
numbers.
necessarily numbers, but just like experiences, like different tastes, different stories.
Yeah, and I guess it's only for Asian people. It's quantifiable. You do turn into a number thing. White
It's not
people,
just
it's
that,
more
like,
poetic.
Are more emotional experiences, like more profound. Like I said,
Well,
like,
then that
this
just
goes
sounds
back
like
to the
some
token-
faggy, like
goes back to the Token Herbert comparison.
dichotomy. Sure,
Yeah.
it's always. We got to start using better words, Graham. We got to start making sure we're on top of our words.
It's just like what, like that's what I mean. Like then, like someone could feel smaller versus someone who had more profound experiences. It's like, I don't know. Relationships are experience. It's an interesting reality.
So ignorant to relationships, dude. I haven't had a relationship
It's not even
that's
relationships.
been in
it's
deep
just,
depth.
you know,
It's like
that's what I mean. Then like some relationships are just based on
I've
money
lived in
alone.
a fucking closet my whole life,
They're just
really.
based on money alone, though. You know, that's
unfortunately that
scary
60 to 70% of like relationships are evaluated on financial benefit.
and just like survival. Yeah, surviving.
But that's just like the setup of the 20th and 21st century.
Schizoid.
And Trump's trying to break us out of this specific like financial reliance cycle. And it's like, I mean, people think that the monetary system is predicated on gold, but it's more so it's predicated on oil and the fuel thing, which might be related to gold. But it's like the paper money system is so many abstractions away from the actual somatic thing that it's actually based on.
Gold's just that shiny, pretty thing that always distracts.
Yeah, again, and it's precious metal thing where metal's important, but again, and it really is sanctioned on the oil and it's just, and it doesn't have to be that way. It can be sanctioned on something else like agriculture, as we were talking about a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oil is just, I mean, it's a vapor. We burn it up into a vapor, and that's what our reality actually is. It's so vapid and
dust in the wind.
I mean, things that we talk about all the time on
have fun.
Because we're just having fun here. Talking about fun things that I love to talk about. This is a good energy that I was. Yeah, I did a mic on Friday. I did yesterday in Canton, Michigan.
The far drive, right?
Yeah,
that's the far one.
It's just about an hour.
Hour 10.
About an hour 10. Yeah, dude.
Well, for you, it's probably an hour. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Bartender that I want to be there.
Chick.
Dude, she just hasn't been there. I think she works at. There's like a winery next door. Apparently, I think she works over there.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like thinking about a woman in any way.
Well, you should. It's always good to have a motivation in your.
Is it okay to be heterosexual openly?
Completely fine to be.
Is it okay to talk about your heterosexuality?
You're out of the closet for being heterosexual. That should be a thing now. Yeah.
It's real. I mean, they don't make it easy.
Closeted heterosexual.
Being interested in women isn't easy because you have to follow them. That's how you start being interested in a woman, is by following her.
You're saying like Instagram or something?
Yeah, sure.
What's her Instagram?
That's the most appropriate. I'm not gonna
add her. Should we get her some fans?
No. No,
you're not wrong.
I followed somebody on Instagram that wasn't a comedian.
Ooh.
That wasn't a comedian. Yeah. Ooh. So then it's like a weird game. So here's the thing. I was in line at Chipotle like 3 months ago or something, whatever. There's this like 30-year-old, somebody your age, but like some guy that goes.
Like I'm a lot older than you.
I turned 30 in another year, so it's like it's not like a weird. It's not. Yeah. But just some guy that in your age range, but
age bracket.
He goes to like
in your
festivals
mind,
more.
This is like Grant,
but like
not nearly as cool as Grant.
I follow him on Instagram. Like he's got a cool shirt. I'm like, you should give me one of your shirts. I get his Instagram. It's just like a completely faggy thing to do at Chipotle that I do. I hate that I did this, but I follow this guy on Instagram. Yeah, it was an interesting. So I'm like, this is fun. Yeah, I like this. This is an interesting ethos that this guy's into. But you like. He's like fishing for like pussy on Instagram or whatever, and it's like it's interesting, but it's in the way that's like it seems necessary to do or whatever. It's just like it's like shit. Like it's like Mondays, am I right? Like, but it's like such thirst trap shit. Like he's obviously followed a handful of women, but he's posting reels that are like. Message worthy enough. He's probably responding, and I'm like, is this what you have to do to like get into relationships or just get pussy? And it's like,
well, you have to have like a internet profile in a sense, so people can get obsessed with you, I guess.
You know,
I mean, what are they going to? If you don't have a profile, what are they going to look at in their bed?
Exactly, dude. Unfortunately, mine's like just that Studio Ghibli. I'm such a fucking reserved incel faggot.
Your last post was like me and Inner Wizard reading Ye's
myself.
tweets, and it's like Brad Pitt and what's his name?
I don't have no online presence. It's
Dude, you're a funny guy.
Yeah,
it'll take a funny girl to find you.
But
that, you know what? That's actually better because you're less in the pool of things.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind being that.
You're better off being off the internet. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. It's just like it goes into like Brave New World. It goes into the system. You know, the what we've been talking about. Mm-hmm. The cesspool.
I'll start posting more at some point. I got to get I got to get a replacement phone. My phone's a piece of fucking. It looks like it went through the Ukraine-Russian war. It looks like it got. You literally
look like you're like some Ukrainian fighter. Yeah, like live streaming.
No, I'm like a fucking whatever X.
That's what it looks like. That's what's
kind of a war zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I kind of gotta go piss again, but I kind of want to keep talking a little more.
Yeah.
All right, let me go.
Do you have something? Yeah, go pee.
I don't really have more to say, but I kind of just feel talking at least 20 more.
Yeah, we can talk about something.
I mean, we can cut from when we start really talking now. Let's just start talking with. Do you got any red left?
No, dude. I am so twisted on I mean, jeez Louise.
What?
I need to sleep for days.
Yeah, you're tired. You're okay.
I know. I don't mean to be a.
So what do you got?
downer.
So let's talk about your birthday.
My birthday.
29 coming up.
29, big tune.
Last year being 20s.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
You're doing that whisper thing.
What a waste. Yeah, what a waste.
What do you mean, what a waste? You've learned a lot.
Yeah, I guess so.
What are you doing for your birthday?
I'm going to Ohio.
Columbus is a cool place. You going to Church's or not Church's? What's the one that all the like? What's the one all them like in Texas? That's like
what?
red and white.
It's red and white.
It's a chicken place with chicken tenders. All the Mexicans like it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's down there in Columbus because I drove through Columbus and I was like, man, they have it here. They got everything in Columbus.
Yeah, it should be a good time. But no, yeah, it's a childhood friend.
Is he married, your homie, Steven?
No, he's not married.
He's got his own place?
He's got a girlfriend, but...
Ooh.
Yeah, they've got a place.
House? Apartment?
It's like at a condo thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Staying at his condo.
Yeah.
Fish tank.
And then more people are showing up that I also...
Oh, Hatcher's in town. Everyone's like, oh.
Bachelor party.
For Steven?
For me, apparently. I don't know.
For you?
I don't know.
Everyone's like, oh, Hatcher's here.
I feel like I'm it's like Steven reaching out.
It's your birthday.
It's like a whole common denominator.
It's just a birthday party.
Yeah.
You better do a set, dude.
Dude.
You know what you should do? What you should do is you should play like late at night when everyone's kind of drunk back at the house, tired. The podcast on.
I'm not gonna play the podcast. That's fucking ridiculous.
Put the episode us sitting by on the log by the lake. Put that one on.
That's ridiculous.
Put Spiritual Warriors on when we're reading the fortune, or just put like No Country on. You'll put something on.
I might not even try and dictate what we watch there. I don't think I want any like. If it gets too retarded, which I'm sure it will be, maybe I might like. That's the thing. If I take my laptop, because he'll just like buy whatever movie if I ask to watch something. I guess or whatever. Yeah.
Hopefully it's nice weather. It's probably gonna be warmer down there.
I don't know. It's not much different there than
you're here. Closer to the equator.
I mean, how much? What?
A couple thousand miles.
1,000 miles. Not really. It's literally I have to drive like.
How far is the trip?
170, 80 miles or something. It's not that much.
Where does he live?
Columbus.
Isn't Columbus like kind of like in the state?
It's 4 hours. I don't know. I might have the number of miles, but I believe it's less than 300.
It takes like 100 miles is like an hour.
It's like 180 or something.
That's great. No way.
I might be smoking. I don't know.
All right. Well, are you guys going to watch like the basketball game? Oh, that's next
No, it's going to be over. We were thinking about going to see Bobby Lee, but I don't want to spend the money on a comedian. And I probably won't. I'm going to scout for an open mic in like a city nearby or Columbus. So, and we'll just go to that. We'll go to like a free open mic somewhere and I'll pull my cock out.
His spout.
Yeah.
It would be good.
I'll pull my dick out, yeah.
You should pull your dick out.
I should. And show it to everybody.
That actually would kind of be funny. And I'm just like, we're like,
yeah, it would be hilarious.
Jacob threw his dick out and fucking, did you see him on the news?
Yeah, dude. Everybody had their cameras on. He just pulled his dick out.
It's like 3 feet long.
It's like an anaconda.
Did you hear that thud?
When it landed on the floor, it flopped out.
I always like this scene, when the headlights come over the hill. Yeah. It's creepy.
It's like a UFO.
Yeah. Very ominous. Because they're illegal aliens.
Because you really only see lights.
It's aliens driving the car.
Exactly. They're aliens smuggling drugs in the country.
Well, thankfully that's all over, with Trump in office.
Yeah, he killed all those Mexicans. They're all dead now.
Yeah, this is a nice shot.
Yeah, and the chase goes on through the day, the early morning, doesn't it?
It changes quickly. It changes a little.
I know, isn't that odd?
Quicker. That's continuity. It's yeah.
Is that a weird continuity thing?
That's what I mean. We just moved.
Yeah.
I mean, look how dark it is.
Is it literally going to be daytime in a second here?
No.
When he's
they probably shot this over a few days, and it's just.
But it's about to be like when he's going through the river, right?
I mean, it's quick. I mean, it's goddamn.
Yeah, no, it's all fucked up actually because now it's
just editing. It's just. But hey, it's the illusion of filmmaking. Accept it, all right? Because I mean, it was damn dark when those hit. You know what I mean? It was fucking night, and now it's 6 a.m. It was midnight, and now it's 6. And they didn't really have that big of a jump in time. It wasn't montagey. That's just accept it. That's that kind of decision making where it's
this
just
is much darker. I thought it was gonna be light. They do a good job.
You see what I mean? There's a bit of inconsistency, but you can kind of take
it makes sense.
In the lab room, you're probably like, well, we got the clouds, and it's what it is. It's what we have, and it's what we're gonna do. And we can maybe color it a little darker. We can maybe try to cheat it, but.
This dog is insane.
You can only capture what you capture, man. When you're really working with natural light and timing, and like I said, with scheduling, you have to kind of just get what you get. I mean, this right here is a couple of different takes. You know what I mean? It's a couple of different takes cut up. You can tell just by where the clouds are at.
Yeah.
If you really kind of look. A lot of the lighting's all the same, but see? Right there where the clouds are way... Quick second little take, but that's what you had. Like... This was a lower budget film. This was a lower...
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a little smaller. Granted, it was the Coen brothers and still won Academies, but...
I mean...
Josh Brolin would be the guy for the script. I'm really kind of thinking that.
I've only seen a couple of their movies, but it seems like A Serious Man. That's the only other movie I've really seen by them that doesn't seem like... requiring a big budget.
He could be like Wes Anderson, like Bill Murray was to Wes Anderson. He would only take like $20,000 for the parts, and he'd do these films for Wes Anderson. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, the only thing about this picture that's not perfect is like those little belt loops should just be crisp with his head. His headline shouldn't be crossing over those lines behind him. You see what I'm saying?
The loops?
They should be like perfectly just a little higher up where it's just like circled right there. But look at the hats on the wall. That's pretty perfect.
Well, I mean, I don't...
If you just wanted to look cool, like look at the wait. The cut to like that shot. See how those hats are like perfectly along the frame, like cut in half on the right? Yeah. Just like little things. Anton's head kind of cutting in. There's tiny, like Kubrick would get that shit perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like that's like the tiniest little things like that though. Like look at Anton's like that blue thing on the back of the wall. See, that's perfect. His top of his head shouldn't be touching that. Anton's head, that's perfect. Anton's framed pretty nicely. There's just a little. See how the tractor's not touching the belt? See how the top of the tractor's not touching the belt? That's how his head should be on those 3 belts right there. Kind of see what I'm saying?
I have no idea.
All right.
I have no idea, dude. I have no.
It's just little things. All right.
It's swapping back and forth too much.
All right. This is what I mean. Like, see how Anton's head right here?
Oh, now you're going to teach.
There's this line right here. It's not. God.
What the hell?
Pedophilia. His head's not touching. This whole frame is perfect. Nice, perfect space. And then even here, there's like little lines like that.
What?
His head's perfectly in that. But his head, this is what I mean. See the top of that tractor?
Okay. Why is it?
How it's not touching that belt, but his head should be with these 3 belts. His head should be like that one. And that'd be a perfect frame. That's what I'm trying to say.
Guess. Is it
And Anton, yeah, those are just little tiny things that I would do, though.
okay?
But you see that little perfect space
Yeah, it could be a little bit.
where that conveyor belt's just touching the tractor head. Those three, that you could either pull those heads up just a little bit. That's what that's what I would do before I start shooting. But we gotta pull those up just a tiny bit. And Anton's head, you see how his hair is just touching that little belt right there on the wall? All right, anyway, those are just little details I'm saying.
We've lost the plot of this podcast.
That's just the way it is. All right, well, we can kind of wrap up if you want.
Yeah, I mean, nothing. We hit
a lot of buttons.
We did it again, I guess.
We do it all the time.
We do it every week.
Yeah. That's what we do. Hang on. We'll wrap in a second. Hang on. Oh, no, hang on.
Hanging on.
Baseball started again. The old pastime.
The old. Yeah, I played baseball. Baseball's fine.
I never played baseball.
You never played baseball? Well,
I always was told I should play baseball. Never
why?
played it.
What were you doing when
They said I had a baseball body, I've been told. Shortstop, second baseman. I would have preferred the outfield, but
you look like you played base? Yeah, I guess it's a good compliment. You look Mexican or Dominican.
yeah, Engales.
You do have a weird like Dominican.
I could have, yeah, I totally could have.
Been an Argentinian thing.
Yeah. I like the whole South America ethos.
Yeah, I sucked at baseball though because I didn't want to get. I was too scared about getting hit by a ball from once
It's justified.
once it wasn't coaches pitching and it was like other human
Yeah.
children or whatever.
Doing it, yeah.
Yeah, I can't
trying
handle
this.
this. I'm not even gonna swing the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a period and
People love it though. But people love everything.
yeah, they love Zionist slop. They love good old slop right on the plate.
Just a big old Z. Just
Yeah. I haven't had the nether sauce yet for chicken nuggets.
what sauce?
The nether.
The nutter sauce?
It's like I don't know. It's like I shouldn't. It's just
What
like
do you mean you shouldn't?
it's a fire sauce at McDonald's for McNuggets.
I've just been getting. Well, they're on a run now with all this spicy shit. It seems like, right?
McDonald's. Oh
They
yeah,
have
with spicy McChicken.
Chickens. Do they have
and
spicy
then-
nuggets yet, or no? Just the sauce.
I don't know. Has McDonald's had spicy nuggets before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on their menu,
Not
it just
right
says
now.
not available.
No, it's just the sauce. I don't think there's a McDonald's open right now.
No.
20.
Probably best off at Taco Bell.
I'm not going. I have to make a sandwich.
Yeah, you gotta go home, dude. It's getting kind of late. What time you got? What time is it?
We're not talking. Don't even bring up the time.
Yeah.
It'll just make me mad.
It's not that late. I know it's not that late.
I know it's not one yet.
You'll be home and get some sleep.
God,
Podcast be out by Monday.
by Monday.
Probably. Are
Yeah.
you gonna do a set Monday?
Yeah, I will. Do you want to go?
New way?
I don't want to go to New Way, but
Where are you going?
No, that's the only place that there is on Monday.
Maybe go. I'm off Monday. I'll see if my friend wants to go. I'll see if she wants to go. If not, I might go regardless. But
I'll try and get there early enough to not get a shit. Dude, the thing.
oh, go late.
Well, dude, last time it was good to go
I'm not
early.
saying at 1 o'clock.
I know, but last time it was good to go early
You
because
go
there
at
was
like
good.
9 o'clock. But that's like he hands out the he.
I'll read how it is because last time it was popping at like 7, like right when it started. It was
Okay.
crazy, but we'll
I
see.
told her I was like sometimes it can be like nails on a scratch board. Like
I just
chalkboard.
I just got there at a bad time. Regardless, on Monday I was there for 5
But
hours.
it's different every time I've gone. So
Yeah,
last time was really hostile.
it's warming up now.
Yeah, I
I
hope
think
people are happier. Dogs just
Dog's getting like pussy now, dude. He's
maybe he'll like really
getting
crush it.
fucked. Yeah, no, he's
Maybe
gonna.
he'll have a nice.
I mean, I didn't get to. I don't know if he did a set. I can't. I imagine you wouldn't.
All right, well, end on this. Who's your favorite Detroit comedian?
My favorite Detroit comedian.
Yeah,
Like really
like
though?
local area with a.
Chris Barrett probably.
That was the red.
I was just gonna rip off the guy with who dyed red hair. The weird
Like that guy with the suit, Big Dick Johnson.
Big Dick Johnson.
Yeah,
right.
that old guy. Remember him?
Who's Big Dick Johnson?
Yeah, I forget. It was something like he's.
Oh,
like,
that.
Yeah, the guy was like, "This is a tax write-off, you faggots."
That's
So
not like some regular. Dude, that's just some. I mean,
he had a swagger to him.
I guess. Big Dick Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean.
Or who else was there? I like Pickle. Haven't heard much from Pickle lately, but.
Did you see Pickle?
You told me about Pickle.
I've told you about Pickle.
Yeah.
I don't see Pickle. I mean, Pickle probably goes to like real like black rooms. Like, and I'm a coward. I don't go to like black people rooms.
Right.
Cause I'm a big pussy. Scared of black people.
Yeah, isn't everyone? They're gonna kill you.
I don't, dude, that's so fucked. That's so fucked.
I think it fits the theme for this whole episode.
They're good. Yeah, I guess I do have this hat on.